All right, guys. So this is a long one. This is a very sad story that I hear. The client explains to me how she lost her mother and lost her brother in an accident because they did not have carbon monoxide detectors in the home. So very sad. So a lot of this call is me just empathizing with the client. But it definitely sounds like she might be over her head as far as the property itself. She has not kept up with the mortgage, so there are quite a bit of back mortgage payments due and late fees that have been applied. And then it sounds like the property is in very, very rough shape and probably needs a full rehab to either rent it out or to sell it. So I definitely was getting the feeling that she's over her head. She says she wants to make up the money that's owed, and she says she has it and she actually can pay it off. And she's had some conversations with the bank. But the question that kept going round and round in my head, if you're going to do this, then why haven't you done it already? I do feel that there's a very high probability at some point she's just going to give up and just say, hey, this is too much for me. I'd rather keep the money I have in my bank account and just sell this home to either an investor or try to put it on the resale market. So that's why I had as long of a conversation with her as I did, because I do feel at some point she's going to sell, and I wanted to definitely have that rapport and be the first one that she's turning to when that happens. So hopefully you guys like this video. Go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel, and listen to the end. And sometimes this is what it takes to build that strong rapport and to be the first option. Longer conversations. But if you have a very strong instinct that they're going to sell, in my opinion, it definitely can be worth it to stay on the phone a little bit longer with somebody. That way, again, you're the first option. So anyway, enjoy the call, and we'll see you on the other side. Hi, is this Pompilia?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, it's Ken Blumberg. Not sure if you remember me. It's been a little while now. But we were talking about your probate home here in Las Vegas, and I had referred you an attorney.
Yes, I think.
Vaguely?
Yeah, I do kind of, yeah, I do remember.
Okay, all right, how are you?
I don't remember who you referred me to, though.
Oh, her name is Sarah Ocampo.
Oh, okay.
At Ocampo Law.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I got another one. Well, several people had referred me, but yeah, I have one. So it's going through.
Gotcha.
Probate.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm glad you found somebody, hopefully that's good.
Yeah, several people had referred me to him, so I was.
Oh, really?
Like, what? Yeah, I was like, where? I'm like, well, everyone's referring me to the same person.
Right. Oh, who did you end up using?
Christopher Wood. I think. Yeah, Chris Wood.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad it's working out for you. And were you still thinking about keeping the home, or were you changing your mind, thinking about renting it or getting it sold?
Keeping it, and I'm not sure on renting. It's going to be a long process. There's so much work that needs to be done to it.
Right. Okay. But you're okay taking all that on, though?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, a lot of people usually don't want to do the work at the property. I mean, most people, well, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of people, if they have a home that's a fixer-upper, many will just sell that home and then just get a down payment, and then they'll go buy a newer home.
Yeah. Because
then that way they can just finance the new property, but it's going to be in, much better condition, much more livable. And then there are some people that will move into an older property and just fix it up over time, but obviously that's a lot harder because try to move furniture around and deal with bedrooms and kitchen tables and dining room sets and all that stuff, trying to move it around rather than like I said, just financing something that's newer and better condition.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like sentimental, there's no home, no most beautiful home will never, it's the home, I mean,
Right.
that's how I feel right now. So I'm gonna, yeah, I know it's gonna take a lot of time and it's a lot of work and money, and it'll be easier but it's like my childhood home, so
Yeah,
I want to keep it.
Yeah, and definitely, and there's expenses involved in selling and buying. So yeah, I mean, I guess as long as you feel like you're able to see it through, then it's probably would make sense to keep it.
Yeah, because then I can rent it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna rent it most likely.
Gotcha. Okay, are you gonna live there where you're fixing it up, or not necessarily?
Not necessarily.
Okay. All right. Well, do you think it's worth following up with you, or no? I mean, again,
it's only if I'm selling it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, or if you're going to rent it, I could help you. But I guess if there's going to be a fair amount of time between the time you rent it, I guess I could follow up with you in 6 months or a year or so.
Do you know anything about like grants? Because I was over there the other day and there was a guy saying that he works with like Habitat for Humanity, all these nonprofit organizations, and you could apply for them and then they can help fund like fixing the house.
I'm not familiar. I mean, yeah, I'm not familiar,
Okay.
But yeah, who'd you say Habitat for Humanity?
Yeah, and he named a few other ones, but he said that there's grant that you can apply for, and like he was saying, like if you need the roof fixed or I mean, it needs a lot. I mean, a lot. Like the back of the house, the shower. I mean, the water heater. Like it's a lot. So I was like, he was walking. He was saying that they could do like you can apply for a grant, but then obviously the house would have to be in my name. Like I can't do it under my mom's.
Right. Well,
deceased. So.
Right. Well, it sounds like you're going to go through the probate process, right? And then you'll be.
Well, I'm already in it, so
right.
It'll be in my. I'll have it probably within the next month in my name. So.
Right. I mean, I'd love to help you with getting grants and things like that, but I'm just not that familiar.
Yeah. I've never heard of that. I was like, oh, like, well, that would help. I mean, it's a lot of money. I mean, and then obviously probate attorney fees and more. It's a lot. So
right.
If it can help. I mean, I know a lot of people, thank God, so that are willing to help me with the house and fix it. And I know it's it's good to know people. And so I know people that have like stuff to like fix the house, like doors and tile and all that stuff. So that's helping as far as the cost to fix. But
you know what? I probably actually could give you a hand. Actually, and actually, I'm curious. I dialed your number, and then I have Mary Sanchez coming up on my phone. Do you any
that's
idea?
My mom's.
Okay, got.
We got because she's like, oh, we could use my senior citizen discount, whatever. But I might been paying, but she's still on my account on my phone.
I see.
But yeah,
okay.
my mom's name pops up. But
gotcha.
Phone number.
Well, what I'll do, Pompilia, is I'll send you my lender's name. His name is Jeff Wusenitz, And actually, I don't know about any grants or anything like that, but it seems like maybe you might want to get a 203, and I'll send it to you if you want it, but a 203K FHA loan, and that would mean then you'd have a mortgage, but they would then lend you the money to fix up the property.
Because if I'm gonna there's two ways I can do it. I can just keep paying it. Well, it's in foreclosure right now, but I'm gonna pay that off, whatever it's out of foreclosure. Then but if it's in my name or then I'm gonna have to refinance it. So.
Well, you might not need to, or you.
I don't want to, but because.
Well, do you know how much is owed on the home?
Like 100,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your late payments though?
Oh yeah, that's a lot. I mean, today I found out I wasn't late. I was current. I mean, they passed away August 9th, 2023. I was making the payments every month until this last November, December. Like the holidays happened. I mean, I have my own place. I have like all this stuff going on. I missed 2 payments, and then I got locked out of the account. So then that's why it's going through. Then the mortgage company that wasn't paying, now they know what's going on.
Right. Okay.
But anyways, it's 8 payments behind.
Okay.
But there's like another 3,500 in fees, and so it's like 8,000 for me to get it out of foreclosure.
Got it. So it's about $1,000 a month.
Yeah. But it wasn't. It's not 1,000. It's like 550.
Okay, but they're basically 1,000 with like all the late charges. Is that kind of?
No, the monthly is 550.
Right. Well, I thought you said you were $8,000 behind. So if it's.
No, I'm not. I'm not. That's just because I got locked out of it. It's not really 8,000. It's like, but yes, like. Long story, yeah, like sure, yes, it's 8,000.
Okay, so you're 8 months behind, and your payments are 550, but there's other.
Well, I'm not 8 months behind, but.
Or 8 payments behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Right, which is typically. I mean, yeah, per month is.
Yeah, it's 1,000.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess the good news is it doesn't sound like that's going to affect your credit. Because it's on your mom's credit, right? So, I mean, do you have the ability to get current on the mortgage?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because I mean, well, but you said she already know they already know that she passed.
Yeah.
Okay, because a lot of people do assume mortgages, and they never pay off the loan. I mean, now that I mean now, and typically, I mean, most loans, to my knowledge, do have a due in full clause on the loans, so the lender can call them due in full. Meaning you have to pay the whole loan off. But more often than not, if you continue to make payments, then the lender's not going to do that.
Yeah.
So
it'll take a while for them if they were to do it.
Right. So I guess if you could get current on on the mortgage, then they might just leave it as is and not try to foreclose or do anything like that. Not try to force a sale.
Yeah, that's what they said they would do. They said they would take it out.
Okay. But like I said, then obviously you still need to come up with that $8,000. And then, I don't know if somebody could maybe loan it to you.
I mean, I have it. Like, it's just it's like, I mean, I'm in the business of, I do hair, but I also I work in the financial industry, and it's just like, it's crazy how people just like, I sell life insurance, and thank God I have that because of all the shit I'm going through now. And uh, I'm like on a big mission to like to help people, like everybody. We're all, and everyday thing doesn't happen now, but like, thank God I have that, because I wouldn't be able to pay for it. I mean, I would, because I can make enough money, but it helps to have some security. But it's still a lot of money, because I know most people wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, and you know this as well as I do. I mean, it seems to me if you are going to keep the house and they will not try to force a sale, then you're probably better off, you know, getting current as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, is just get current, and then just so like when people stop calling me, and it's just everyone wants to like think I'm selling it. I'm not going to sell it, but then I don't know. I'm like, should I? But then I know I can't. Like, in the bigger scheme of things,
Yeah,
I think it was stupid for me to sell it as of now. Like, because it's still a home. Where am I gonna live for if I had to? Like, being worst case scenario, like to own a home and like that be the mortgage, and 3-bedroom. Like, I know it's in a bad area, but I grew up there. I don't, people think it's like ghetto.
Is it the address on Reynolds Avenue, or is it another address?
Yeah, that's the address.
Okay, got it. Well, I guess that's just a decision that you know you need to make. But I would say, you know, just from an outsider's perspective, and you know, somebody who's pretty good, fairly good with money, um, you know, being current on your bills is the most important thing you can do. I mean, rather than paying a bunch of late fees and things like that.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I was current, and I mean, life. Like, I mean, I'm also going through a lot emotionally. I lost my entire family, so
Right, yeah, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I thought, yeah, and I thought it was just your mom.
No, it was my brother, my dog, my cat. My dad had passed like 3 months prior to that, so I have like a lot going on.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
I'm doing it alone. So
yeah. Well,
I'm trying to give myself grace that I missed. I just completely. I never owned a home before. I didn't really even understand that like 2 payments. Like, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Like, obviously I can make payments, and I'm on time, but like, that's something that's my mom's payment, and I was on time until recently, and this is what happened. But I was only 2 months behind, and it wasn't because I couldn't pay it. It's like literally like life, like.
right. Well, and again, that's a lot of trauma. I mean, that's a lot of trauma. So yeah, so definitely being hard on yourself is not going to do you any good from what, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Or yeah, I mean, if anything, you have to be, you know, love yourself and forgive yourself, and
Make more money.
Well,
I'm like, I just have to make a lot of money so I can. I'm like, that costs me, because I feel like if I didn't miss those payments, I wouldn't have to pay the probate. I wouldn't have to pay these fees or whatever. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it would have to. Eventually, I would want the house in my name. So.
Right. Well, I believe the home still would have went through probate if your mom didn't have a will.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So so don't. That's just something that would have happened regardless, to my understanding. I mean, I'm not an attorney, so
yeah.
Yeah. So that was something you're going to have to deal with anyway. Again, I mean, just but I would say, it sounds like you're going to have to do some soul searching as far as, if I do want to keep this house, then I do need to come up with that $8,000 and just pay the bank. And again, you have an attorney now, so they can advise you. I'm not an attorney, so obviously seek competent advisors. But again, if the bank has told you that they're not going to foreclose and they understand that you are, your mom's daughter, and that you do plan on taking over the payments, and they've told you that, hey, if you do that, we're not going to foreclose on the property, then it seems like the sooner you can get current, the better. Obviously, it wouldn't be hard on yourself because you've been through a ton.
I'm gonna. I just found this out today, so I wanted them to send me. I want to see why it's like I itemize it, like why it's so much. Like it's crazy. I'm like, why? Like the fees. Like I just kind of want to see it, but I'm pretty sure I can't negotiate. I'm gonna try, but to see if they could take something off of it, because I'm like, I understand the missed payments, but like the other $3,000 and like that's a lot.
Yeah,
it's only been 5 months,
right?
For it to get that high. I have no problem paying the mortgage, and I get late fees, but I'm like, how is it like that much? It seems like a lot, but regardless, I'll pay it.
Yeah, well, and again, they might waive some of those fees. I mean, I would basically just tell them, hey, I came into this money, or I have just enough to, or maybe try to say, hey, I have $6,000, and if you guys can reduce it, then I can get paid up in current, and I'll continue to pay the mortgage.
Yeah.
And but if you can't, I don't know, maybe I'm going to have to let the home foreclose. I mean, again, I don't know what they would say, but I'm just thinking off the cuff and just kind of telling you what I think I would do. Because again, if they think you have all the money, then they're definitely not going to work with you. If it becomes a situation where they're like, oh, okay, we can give her a little discount, or we can foreclose, then I would think they would be more apt to.
Or put on the back end of the loan. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time when they were doing a ton of modifications. I mean, back in 13, 14, and then during COVID, they did a lot of modifications. But that typically does come and go. But again, I would try to get on the phone with loss mitigation or somebody at the bank that can help you and try to negotiate that. Because again, I mean, obviously those fees that they're trying to charge you are accruing quickly. They're piling up. So, I mean, I get. If you did end up wanting to sell it, I mean, we could partner where I could fix up the house and sell it, and I would just want to recoup my profits, and then we could split the profit.
With that, like right now, like how much is it worth?
I mean, I haven't done a full analysis. I mean, just and I'm looking at Zillow, just the lazy way to do it. I mean, it's saying 263. I would have strongly imagine that if it's fixed up, it would probably be 280 to 290. And we could look at all the comparable sales. I mean, if you said you were interested in selling it on the resale market or selling it to me, or doing anything to sell it, then of course we'd want to really get or really take a close look at the comparable sales to know exactly what it's worth. I mean, again, I'm just looking at Zillow, which is a very rough estimate. Zillow's, not to be that accurate. It's kind of just a lazy starting point. I mean, should we do a full comparative market analysis?
I mean, not right now because I feel like I already have a plan on what I'm gonna do, and I still need more time. Like I need time to go through it. To like, it's not ready anyways. Like it's probably gonna be another at least like 6 months
Mm-hmm.
or 5 months, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
What company are you with?
My company's called Real Broker.
So you're just a real estate agent,
Well,
or
I'm an investor, a real estate agent.
oh okay. I'm
Yeah.
like learning all this stuff. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if you said, "Hey, I want to sell it on the resale market," I could help you with that. If you said you wanted to sell it to somebody, I could help you with that. Um, Again, if we wanted to partner together, I could fix up the home, and then we could sell it together. I would say though, just using very basic math. I mean, the home looks like it's 958 square foot. If you figured it's going to cost you about $25 per square foot to rehab it, you're looking at about 24,000 or so, give or take. Just to have an idea. I mean, I guess it would be less if you did it over a lot longer period of time and you did it yourself. But that's if you hired a contractor just to get it done.
Yeah, yeah, and I have contractors and I have people. So that's almost like I want to like fix it because or it's not livable anyways. But as far as safety concerns, like I can't even sell it if I wanted to, like right now, because it's not. I mean, I'm in a lawsuit, so um, I can't fix it, so it's not safe to live in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is there problems with the flooring or what? Why isn't it not safe?
Well, the carbon monoxide,
Oh, is it?
the water heater. It's like if I turn the gas on, it's gonna leak. So that needs to be fixed.
Okay.
So,
Well, that doesn't
no,
sound
I
like a
know.
big
I mean,
deal. You just pull out the water heater and
yeah,
replace it. Sounds like.
no, I know, but I can't do that right now though. Like I want to, if I would, I want to, but I can't. Like I legally can't. So
Right, right. So gas is off at the house.
yeah,
Okay. Well, again, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's a danger to the house or anybody else at this point if the gas is off.
yeah, not. I'm just saying, like to like live in it, like.
Right. Understood. Yeah, you'd have to change out that water heater. Um, all right. Well, I mean, is there any way that maybe I can help you? I mean, I guess what I would ask is that you put my name in your phone, and if you would like to use me as a resource, that would be great.
Okay, what is your name?
It's Ken Blumberg.
Okay.
Blumberg, Blumberg, and I can text you it.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll save your phone number.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I mean, again, from an outside observer standpoint, and I'll just be honest. I mean, it sounds like you want to keep the home, but anything can happen where you might end up selling it. So I would just follow up with you if you needed a lender. I could provide you with a lender. If you needed a contractor, you might have some people. I definitely have some good people that would rehab it at a very reasonable cost. Like I said, we could partner to sell it. Um, you know, I have a good property manager. If you were to be able to get it fixed up, I would be happy to refer my property manager to you. So,
Okay.
yeah, so I could offer you a lot of different contacts and solutions.
Yeah.
And again, if you did end up selling it, I could help you with that as well.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then we'll just keep in touch. I'll let you know when I know.
Right. Okay.
Like first thing is I just need to fix it and stuff, and then really figure out what I'm doing.
Right. Well, like I said, I would, say talk to your attorney, but strongly recommend that you get current, whether you negotiate or just pay off what's owed.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, to give you another option, and I know I've put a few out there to you, is I could get the home current, we could fix it up, and then we could rent it together and do some kind of like mortgage split on the property. Because it does seem like if your mortgage is 550, and you probably could rent that home for, I'm guessing 12 to 1300. I haven't looked at the comparable sales for the rentals, but you probably can get it some good cash flow over
Yeah.
a long period of time. So if you wanted to go an easy route and you were okay with having a partner, like I said, we could partner. I could fix the home, put the 25,000 into it, bring it up to, maybe even go a little less if we're going to rent it out, but bring it up to standard where it was rentable.
Yeah.
And then rent it out and then recoup the $8,000 over time. And, within a relative amount of time, it would be turning probably a nice profit.
That sounds kind of good.
Yeah, that way, I mean, like I said, that way you wouldn't have to come out of pocket. I mean, because it sounds to me, because again, it sounds like you're looking at approximately $30,000, and the longer you wait, the more it's going to be. People might get into the house. The late fees are going to continue to pile up. And
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pay that and bring it current. So it's not in foreclosure.
right,
I just didn't even know the late fees.
right,
I found
understood.
that out today. Like I'm gonna bring it like so it's current.
Mm-hmm.
And then within 30 days, I talked to the probate lawyer. He said it should be in my name. And then
Okay.
I guess figure out. So then so if I wanted to just rent it,
Mm-hmm.
then you could help me with that.
Correct. Well, like I said, I could remodel the property, help you get it rented, help you find a tenant, and then we would do a split on the gross, after expenses.
Okay.
So the advantage of that would be immediately the home would start bringing in income. I mean, it would probably take less than a month to rehab the property. Maybe a couple weeks after that, a month after that, we'd have it rented. And immediately you'd have some kind of income coming in from the property.
Yeah.
That way it's a much faster turnaround.
Yeah.
Rather than kind of, not knowing where you're going to get the money and then just having the home, even if you bring it current, then not knowing where you're going to get the money to fix up the home. Because again, you're saying it's not livable. Is it not livable only because of the water heater, or is there other?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was basically the water heater and then I mean the shower, but that's not really a big deal. I guess I'm just thinking like safety. I want it to be safe. Like that's the most important thing. And it's just the water heater, but I know that's not, like you said, that's not like a big deal. That would cost, I've gotten estimates like 6,000 to 7,000. Yeah, just like a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, and it might be considerably cheaper than that. I mean, I don't know if there's something else going on that I'm not aware of, but a water heater shouldn't cost $7,000. You know, should be more like 1,000 or 1,500, probably most. But anyway,
Yeah, I guess it's like for the I don't know, the labor.
no. Well, again, prices have gone up during COVID, but I don't. That sounds astronomical.
Yeah, people are crazy. I was there, and this guy, they were trying to sell me windows, and it was like five. They wanted no. I said I don't care about the windows. I just like a door, like a safety, like just a door,
Mm-hmm.
and the door was 5,000, and it's not like a nice door, like glass, like just a literal like door, and I'm like, what? Like 5,000 for a door? Like I don't live in a like a night. Like this
Right,
is like
right.
look at the place. Like I'm not trying to make this like this is not my like dream home. You know, like I would do that for something that I'm gonna be living in long term for myself. But I'm like I'm gonna like I want to keep it but rent it. Like I'm not gonna be living in the home. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and you don't want to over improve a home for the neighborhood.
yes. Like that's what I told the guy. I'm like, then you'd be like, oh, look at this door. Like, oh, they have money. I'm not stupid. Like, I know how, I know I grew up in the hood. I know. I'm like, look around. Like, I feel like it doesn't need to be the nicest. I was like, I really don't care about the door. Like, excuse my language. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I get it. And again, you don't want to make yourself a target. You have this nice door, but also again, when you have a home in a particular neighborhood, generally you want to improve it to, most of the homes in the neighborhood, where you don't want to go way more extravagant and lavish than everybody else, because then you're never going to get your money out of it, unless it's just purely because that's what you want and you don't care about potentially not getting recouping your money. But
yeah.
most people look at it as a home as a place to live, but also as an investment. So
Exactly. I'm like the five. I like no, not like the door. I'm like I think even there's nice screen doors. I was like honestly, if someone was living here, the security, I wouldn't really be. If there's the only reason it's there's no one there, so that's why I worry about the security. But like once there's someone in it, a man or whatever, a family put cameras, like I'm not gonna be worried about the house.
right.
And it's not the house; it's the belongings that are in the house, and it's nothing of real value. It's just sentimental value. So, but I mean, it's not financial value inside the home. But anyways, the prices. I'm like, wow, a door. I get a 5,000 for a door.
Yeah, well, I guess anybody can ask for anything, but again, I'm
I
just
know
trying to give you some reasonable, real world solutions. Give you a few options to hopefully give you one that maybe stands out and that you're like, oh yeah, that does sound like a really good idea. So
Well, I like renting it. That I mean, as far as you're saying, obviously, like cash, like having. So it's yeah, because it's just sitting there. Like I know, just sitting there, and somebody could be if it was fixed up living in it. And,
yeah, I mean, that would be the difference between getting cash flow immediately as opposed to, who knows. I mean, again, somebody could break into that house and do considerable damage. I mean, they might just break in and then you have to go deal with squatters and they don't really do a lot of damage, or they could come in and spray paint, punch holes in the walls, start doing drugs in there. I mean, I've seen both scenarios play out. I would try to keep the utilities on and make it appear that somebody's living in there. Put some lights on some timers, or at least have some lights on in the property if you're able to do that.
I've had the lights on.
Okay, but I'm just saying. I mean, that's your risk versus reward. Where potentially, again, within more than likely 2 months or less, we could have somebody in there paying rent, and you would have money coming in, as opposed to, it might take you quite a while to get to that point where, you know, negative things could potentially happen as well. It's kind of leaving the door open to bad, you know, where bad things can happen.
Yeah.
But you know, again, whatever you want to do, like I said, I'll text you my information, and you can think it over and let me know if you want to see a proposal,
Okay.
or you know, or if you change your mind and you want to sell, or whatever you'd like to do. But you know, I would love to be a resource for you and help you if I can.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Because yeah, I know a lot of people, like, you know, it's pretty cutthroat out there. I mean, like, you know, you lost your mom and your brother and your dad recently, and a lot of these people, like, they don't care at all. It's like they're so, you know, it's hard to believe how you know, how uncaring a lot of these people could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've gone through a lot, so you know, hopefully you wind up with finding somebody who's going to, like, actually take care of you, and not saying, of course, I'd want to profit. I'm not going to, you know, never would tell you that isn't my goal, because I need to support myself and make a living. But I don't want to, you know, I do like to be able to sleep, and I do have a conscience, and I do, you know, like to have a win-win partnership rather than just, you know, try to take advantage of people.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. May I ask, Pompilia, how you said your brother passed with your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, were they in a car accident or something?
No, they passed away inside the house.
Oh, because
I found them in the house. Yeah. They passed away because of carbon monoxide.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. All right.
I was living with them, well, only temporarily, and anyway, I was feeling sick. Like, 2 days before they died, like, I called 911, but I didn't know it was carbon monoxide poisoning. And like, because nothing happened, like, nothing was wrong. Like, they called, like, 911, like, what's your emergency? I'm like, I don't, like, nothing happened. Like, I just, like, I'm having an anxiety attack. Like, I felt like I was dying. I was dying.
Yeah, suffocating. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah.
And they came and they just, like, opened the door. Like, looking back, it all makes sense. But they opened the door, I got fresh air, and then but I started getting, like clarity back, and, like, when my mom had fell off the bed, like, I was vomiting, disorientation, and then they just left us there, and I went to work the next day, and then, yeah, anyways, but I had just moved into an apartment, like, I moved literally, and the next day I call my mom, I call her, call my brother, not answering, and then I went to I talk to her, like, all the time, and we're so close, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, my brother wasn't answering, so then I went over to the house and I opened the front door, and my mom was just there.
Oh my goodness. I mean, wow. I mean, that's heavy. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, thank God you were, you know, that you got out of the house. Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know. And I had left 2 days prior, and then my cousin just happened to be living next door. And if he did not hear me, I mean, the scream that I screamed was, because I was like, Mom, Mom, like, 'cause she looked like she was just sitting down, like, with her eyes closed.
Wow.
I was like, Mom, Mom, Mom. And I was like, Mom, you know. And
yeah.
I realized she was. Then I looked to the side, and the dog was. I was like, what? Because I wasn't thinking carbon monoxide. I was just like, what the hell? Like, what is? And then I touched her, and I knew she was dead.
Yeah.
Her body was cold. And then my cousin heard me screaming, so he's like, get out of the house, get out of the house. And I was like, but I'm like, did they get murdered? I had no clue what happened, you know?
Right, right.
And then I was like, wait, what about my brother? And then I went back in the house, and I found my brother on the bathroom floor. I saw his legs, and then that's when I realized something was, like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you can't look back, but it's a shame that no one was able to tell you from your symptoms.
I know. And I feel like too, there's even one of my best friends is a doctor, and she's like, I feel so bad because she's like, I see people all the time and they have symptoms like dizziness, confusion, like headache, you feel like you have the flu. These are all symptoms of carbon monoxide exposure, like symptoms. And she's like, I don't ever think to say to the patient, do you have a carbon monoxide detector? Like, that's just something they don't talk about. They don't, like, or it causes depression, anxiety. Like, there could be low levels in a home, and I think about all the people going to work and they have depression or anxiety, but in all those older homes especially, and there could be like like they're not dead, but like just being exposed to carbon
Yeah, it's just a
monoxide.
smaller amount, but it's affecting their health. Yeah.
Yeah, because even like the detective that night was like, in my 30 years, this just doesn't happen. Someone usually finds the person that's passed out or what, like, he's like, he's like, and then that night, he's like, I have 3 kids and a wife, and we don't have a carbon monoxide detector. Like, if we would have, some people are stupid and ask me, oh, you guys didn't have a carbon? Well, obviously not.
Right. Well, again, I think some homes do. It is something that has become a little bit more popular, but I would say the vast majority of homes do not, though. Yeah.
And a lot of my real estate friends, everyone all that I know has said that because of what happened now, like when they sell a home, they always tell the owner or they to have, it's like that's on their list of things to get. Like, make sure you have it installed, make sure you're up to date. They tell them what happens in my family. So, because a lot of real estate, they're selling these houses, and that's not, it's not you can have one, you cannot have one, or
yeah, it's not a mandatory thing, right?
Yeah.
So, wow. All right.
Something to think about also.
Yeah, you're making me think to run to Lowe's right now and get a carbon monoxide detector. I mean, obviously it's inexpensive.
It's crazy because I had a client. She's telling me that she feels like that her and her son have been sick for like 2 weeks. Like, she's like, but we're not. And I was like, everything she was saying, I was like, this is what happened to me. Like, I just felt like I had the flu. Like, but I would go to work and I'd come home and like wasn't feeling good. But I never thought carbon, because you cannot sense it. It can be, there's no smell, there's no taste, there's no warning. Like,
right.
There's no way of knowing unless you had a detector.
Right. Yeah. Wow. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, thank you for sharing. I mean, it's wow. I mean, I feel so bad for you, but I guess like I said, fortunate for you that you were moved out of the house. But yeah, I think I will go get a carbon monoxide detector. I mean, yeah, I guess the more people you can share that with, the more people that you could potentially make sure that doesn't happen too.
Yeah, there's another story real quick. I'm sure we have to go. I have a client. She said that, I don't know where it was, but some hotel. Her friends, husband and wife, went to a hotel, and I don't know what happened. The carbon monoxide was in their room, and like the cleaning people came, like the maids, and noticed that both of them were passed out, and they just thought, oh, they drank too much or whatever. And then they told someone, but they're like, wait, that couple isn't like that. So then they checked on them again, took them to the hospital. The wife died, and the husband survived, but carbon monoxide was in their hotel room. I don't know how it only went into that room. It wasn't like the whole hotel. But, and now she's like, when I travel, because this woman travels all over the world, and she's like, I take like a device with me when I stay in hotels, because you just wouldn't know. Like, it's really scary.
Yeah. Maybe they had a kitchenette in there or something. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, how did it only go in? I mean, I guess you're right. I didn't think of that because they said something. It was from the air conditioner because I mean, it can come from you know, a washer, a dryer, an air fryer, obviously a fireplace, the stove. But those are more like known. But people, I don't think they realize that it can come from like a washer and a dryer and an air fryer and other things.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that. I thought carbon monoxide. I only thought the stove. I never thought of one. I don't know anyone that's been through this. You know.
Right. Well.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Well, I guess the stove or the water heater. Yeah, where you have that gas burning.
Yeah, and so many people get confused when I tell them. They're like, "Oh, I have a smoke detector. I'm okay." I'm like, "No, like it's not the same thing. Like it's crazy." I talked to probably 6 people in that area, like that they all have their water heaters inside because they're old homes. It's all the old homes. Any new is not. They don't build homes like that anymore.
Right. Typically, yeah, the garage.
It's in the garage. It's outside.
Yeah.
But all those old homes, like I think about it, and I think of how many other people right now probably there is, and they don't even know it. You know, because I mean the house is built in I think it was 1950 or something.
Yeah.
And like if they're not checking on their
and then there's probably a lot of soot buildup too. You know, because you have a vent to vent the carbon monoxide. But if you haven't cleaned it out, there might be dust and dirt in there and soot.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, yeah. Again, I do hope you're getting support from, you know, other family members or friends, because that's more than somebody should have to, you know, be burdened with. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, you sound like you're a strong person. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you really do. I mean, yeah. The fact that you're not having a total breakdown, I mean, yeah, shows that you are a strong person, and you know, definitely I commend you for being strong. But yeah, like I said, Pompelia, I'll text you my information and my company name, and yeah, and just feel free to reach out to me if you have any thoughts or questions or any, you know, you want to take me up on my offer to partner in any way, and we can look at a proposal.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna find out. They need to email me, and then I'll be current or whatever. I'm gonna call them tomorrow, and then think about it, and I'll let you know.
All right, I appreciate it. And if I don't hear from you, I'll probably follow up with you in about a month or so, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well,
thank you for calling me, and thank you for listening.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you've been through a lot, so yeah, it's my pleasure. I mean, again, I want to see you get through it in the best way possible, and you know, it sounds like you're ambitious and you want to help people, and it sounds like you're a good, you know, you have a good spirit, a good soul, and yeah, I'd love to be able to help you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, my pleasure. All right, have a nice night, and we will talk soon, and I'll text you my information right now.
You too. And Amazon detector if you don't have one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to Lowe's right now, actually. I mean, yeah, that's something that obviously is not a joke, and it should be taken very seriously, and you've have completely opened my eyes right now. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome. Yes, that makes me feel good that yeah, because it's something. I'm like, if somebody would have told this to my mom, like she would have went out and they would still be here, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I take that as a sign, not, you know, I take it very seriously. So thank you.
Okay, well, have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Pompelia. You as well. All right, good night. All right, guys, as mentioned, that was a long one, but I do think it will pay dividends. I do think this client is eventually going to sell her property, and I will be the first person that she thinks about when she decides that is going to be her best option. So guys, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to book a coaching call with me, I'd be happy to discuss how I can help you. We can also do a Zoom meeting and do a call session just to get you guys in the habit of picking up the phone and reaching out to people. I can basically guide you through the conversation, what to say, what not to say, and especially how to open the conversation so you can start to get into a free dialogue like I just showed you that can easily happen when you're able to build rapport from the start of the conversation. I routinely have great conversations like this one where people feel so comfortable with me, they're willing to open up and tell me exactly what happened, even when it's as tragic as what we just learned in this past video from this potential client. So it is really a huge thing to open the conversation correctly and build rapport. If you guys want to do a Zoom call with me where we can do a call session, you can either listen to my calls or we can call together and I can critique you and give you pointers to get you up and running and up to speed really quickly. I'm happy to do that. So reach out to me. All my information will be in the description below. We can do a 15-minute Zoom meeting and we can see if we're a good fit to work together and how I can help you. All right, guys, this is Ken Blumberg with Making Probate Easy. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.